I always thought about it, and I was drawing, and then in the early 2000, I found a software to start designing your home
Your
in
home?
3D. Yes, and I started, doing it, and of course, since I didn't have the technical level that I wanted,
Yeah,
it
okay.
didn't look.
You need to be an architect.
It didn't look anything like what I envisioned. But since then, my taste
Have
evolved,
evolved.
and for a very long time, I liked the troglodytes.
What?
Well, yeah, okay, troglodytes. Look it up. it's like the houses that are how do you say that? That are made in caves. Basically, you just
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah,
dig
yeah.
into the rock
Oh, like
and make a
a
house out of
house?
it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was always thinking, on the huge cliff facing the ocean, digging a house
Mm-hmm.
within that
But with like
the big glass
all the
window.
utilities and
Yeah. So
so
it would it could
that's
cost.
very costly.
Yeah, it will cost millions and millions.
Well, probably what you save with the concrete and everything. No.
It's still a lot
Well, you need to
because the
where
plumbing and the electricity and stuff is very.
no.
But I would like to, for first of all, with solar panels everywhere, or like
But if it's a cave, what?
on top on the
So
top on the ground basically, because you're underground.
yeah, of course.
On the surface you put solar panels, put
Uh-huh.
like a wind thing, like everything,
Windmills.
like renewable energy.
Sustainable energy.
Yes, sustainable
Mhm.
energy. So I always loved that, and I looked it up online, and you have a few examples of it,
Mm-hmm.
but mostly.
No,
Hmm?
here, the picture.
Yeah, maybe, but I didn't find something great. I found a few that I liked. I liked the concept, but most of these people that are doing that
Uh-huh.
are not people with a lot of money.
Are not.
No, they are not. So it looked okay, but without the investment that it would need to look great.
Mm-hmm.
And we talked about it a lot. I love the idea of having a cob house.
Yeah. Those are very nice.
Cob house. So the cob, for people who don't know, it's
Like this.
it's what you make out of hay, clay,
Mhm.
hay, and what else?
Yeah, and water.
But it's like
It's a mix. It's
something very natural
Mhm.
that
very
you mix.
sustainable.
And
Sustainable.
it keeps the warmth. It keeps the cold. It keeps the warmth in the winter. It keeps the cold in summer. And it's renewable. It's all natural. Nothing toxic to it. And I like the designs that they come up with. On Pinterest, you can go on our Pinterest. I have many pictures of cob houses that I love. Like when you watch The Mandalorian, I did compute, like, I did understand that a few times before, a few years before, but it really looks like
The Mandalorian.
Tatooine, or type of houses, like round shape rooms and things like it looks like that. And I'm not a huge Star Wars fan, but I do see the similarities. And if you look at our pictures, and I'll try to put some right here as I'm talking, I just like the warmth, the feel of it, the thing. It's
like very cozy.
Like very it feels like traditional, but in a modern, ancient way.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's like there's nothing like toxic to it. It's like all natural.
Mm-hmm.
It's all curved.
Like a house in the prairie.
House in the prairie. Yes, but it's not wood. I don't like wood houses at all. But I just like this. So underground or cob houses, and that this month one of a very famous French designer died, and he was famous, at least to me, from one of his houses in the south of France, which was called the Bubble Palace.
And who was the designer? I know.
The architect, I can't remember. Who was it?
No, but I know the name of the designer. Pierre Cardin.
Oh, yeah, the French designer.
The French designer, but I cannot remember the name of the architect. We thought that it was his only, well, I didn't do any more research. Probably you did. But we couldn't find any other house that he built, only Pierre Cardin. right?
Yeah. So for me, I always loved this house since I've first seen it. It was like it's a mesmerizing house. It's all round shape. All the rooms are like
Big
round shape. It's a huge house. It has its own auditorium of concert,
for concert.
outdoor concert
Yeah.
thing. I will put pictures as well. So he died. So I looked it up, and it's one of his houses. And
Favorite houses.
yes, and I always thought it was from, since he's a designer, that it was out of his own mind. But no, it was not built for him at first place.
Oh wow.
It was like a command and order, and it was from the designer, an Hungarian designer that did other bubble houses as well.
Bubble houses.
And the Hungarian architect is named Antti Lovag. And
all his houses are bubbles.
not all of them, but honestly, I think he had such prestigious, rich clients, but he did not design many houses.
Oh,
He
okay.
lived off like 3 or 4 of the. It's crazy, but
And when he started like to being famous, probably in 70s.
yeah, because this one was
this
built
type of designs are very 70s.
in 75. But what they did with it, like of course they have the location is unbelievable. But
On that cliff?
I just love, like it looks like a cub house, like the pictures
yeah,
that you have.
yeah, they feel like,
Inside, and of course you have the view on the Mediterranean Sea, and everything looks very 70s and round.
yeah. That's
and-
what I was telling you, that of course.
But I love this stuff, like you can go from one room and then go up to another.
And it's very different.
And yes, and I
yeah.
love the fact, like, just like being on the room, like it's your bed, and then you go up some stairs, and then you have your bed, and on top of it, it's just like a
the
hublot,
sky.
yeah, sky view,
Mhm.
right? I mean, yeah, it's I always
I would like
love
to
that.
live in the El Palacio de Versalles.
Versailles. Okay, that's not my taste whatsoever.
No, me neither. I'm just curious. Whenever I was going through these neighborhoods that are very, upscale,
Mm-hmm.
and I was wondering, because there in Mexico there were like very mansions,
Yeah.
and I was wondering how, like, it really, I really wanted to know how what the house was designed, like from inside. I don't even know if I like the house or not. I just wondering how these people like put everything together.
Oh, the inside,
Yeah, the inside.
interior
Yeah,
design.
I was always like very.
Oh, you want to know what was inside the
yes,
house? Yes.
yes.
Yeah, I always felt that way as well. Like when I was wandering in the streets of France or in Paris or in Toulouse or whatever, and if it was late and I saw like light
The
in
light,
the window,
uh-huh.
I was always looking at this, like wondering what was their life or was the furniture.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, that's what I was always thinking about. Always.
yeah. But
Mm.
you know what? I would love to have, like, no matter the design, a house in Santorini, Greece.
Oh,
You went there, but I just love the whole village. It just like it brings such a different dynamic energy. Or
I would like to have just a big penthouse.
Okay, just yeah.
Just a penthouse.
No, but anywhere, not Santorini, right?
I mean, I'm a city girl, so in a big city,
Mhm.
probably New York, Paris, London, you name it.
The David Bowie penthouse.
Yeah, like in
So- in
Soho.
Soho, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would look it looks really nice.
And just a small house in the beach. That's all.
and like vacation house
Yeah.
by the beach.
By the beach, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be nice. You need to work for
Yeah.
it. But you know what? It doesn't have to be super expensive.
No.
It really depends on the ground. Yeah, okay, so I'm saying that because I have a transition. When
You
I'm
have a transition?
yes, when I work very late
Mhm.
and I feel like I didn't have my relaxing time
Mhm.
and I have to watch something, usually I don't watch TV shows because I feel like I'm going to start binging or whether I will be disappointed or one won't be enough.
Yeah.
So I try to look for things that is just going to take the time that it takes. So usually it's like soccer news, like the games
Yeah.
of the day, or this thing that is really popular on YouTube.
Mhm.
It's called jungle survival
Mhm.
or shelter survival.
Oh, yeah.
And it's basically people digging to make houses, shelters,
out of sand.
pools, like from out of scratch,
Yeah.
nothing. And I saw some like lately they still like they started to put some music and it
Yeah,
really
yeah.
bothered me. Like
Oh,
I
it
like
really bothers you.
yeah, I
The
like the
silent
early
ones.
ones. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
they don't make any
And in,
noise.
and
They just dig, dig,
and
dig.
I think the ones that told us first were our daughters
Yeah,
because they were mesmerized by these guys, and I know my daughter told me like, "Mom, have you checked these guys that are building like really nice even playgrounds
yes.
with only sand and tools like
It's clay, I think.
very yeah,
Anyway,
yeah."
yeah.
And I was like, "No," and she showed me, and 30 minutes later I like we couldn't stop watching because it's really like they start digging. And the first one that I saw, they built a pool
Yeah.
with a slide, water
Mm,
slide, and with seats.
yes.
So while you can be on the pool in the pool or either sitting there, it's and with the ceiling so the sun like to block the sun. It was and it was like out of just digging and the
Yeah,
clay,
nothing. When the episode starts, you have
nothing
nothing
but
but
a plain
land.
yeah, plain land. Yes.
They take off the leaves and they start digging, and then out of it, 20 minutes later or 40
Yeah, of
minutes
course.
later,
Fast
you
forward.
have something, and it's really relaxing
Yeah,
because there was no music. It's all silent, and you hear them like working, doing
yeah.
their stuff, taking out
I
the
think
the
there's a
clay,
lot of people watching that when you are
and it's really relaxing. You know
uh-huh.
why? And I think like for the transition from work into watching TV, I think the good transitions. First of all, it's relaxing in one way, but it still has this like productivity mindset that you have when you're working. At least
Mhm.
for some of us, uh, like you want to be very productive and efficient, and I think for people with my personality, when you watch that, it's like it's still like transition to the night with that same mentality of being efficient, making things happen.
Happen.
And yeah, and it's amazing what they can do. Of course,
Yeah.
they don't tell you how long
And I
it
think those
takes.
guys have like the most like they are on the top 10 with most views in YouTube.
Okay,
Even in the top
I'm not
5.
sure about that anymore. But you're referring to the two guys,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
which was a jungle survival. But
Yes.
since then, I watched one with like one woman in a shelter survival, all by herself.
Yeah, well, these guys, I think they have like millions of views
Yeah.
because like me or like you, there's a lot of people suffering from insomnia. So
Mm-hmm.
that's what you watch, something that relaxes you,
Yeah.
and then 3 hours later you're still watching this.
But I mean, what they accomplish is great. It's
Yeah.
basically, I think, why it's so satisfying is because you see, like for some of them, they only have one tool. It's
Yeah.
basically they have one tool,
And water.
their body, and clay to dig, and they make something unbelievable.
Yeah.
And it gives you hope
Yeah, it
because
sounds yeah.
because all that is around us is having more of this or more of
When
that. Oh, you need this, and you need more. You need this tool. Oh no, you cannot do that if you don't have this tool. Or you can watch this if you don't have this cable. Or you cannot play. You
no,
know
but
what I mean?
when we were kids,
Yeah.
I remember that I used to build stuff with soil and
Mhm.
water in front of my place or my house. There was a field,
Yeah,
like
or
little
making
yeah,
sandcastle.
yeah, yeah, making some yeah. So it's really like going back to your days when you were
Yes.
little, and you were like, well, I could have done better, but in like we were on the right path.
Yeah, like a tree house.
Yes, exactly, like a treehouse. And I remember one of my uncles.
Mm-hmm.
I remember this. I don't remember the beach, but I remember that he built like a very, very nice sandcastle,
Yeah.
and everyone was like, "Oh, this is great." Like for me, it was the best thing that I have ever like I by that age. So these guys, it's the same. Like I saw that the water slide, and then they built a house for puppies, for
Oh yeah, yeah.
with a bridge
Uh huh.
and a
Bridge.
lake, little lake, and it was like these guys are unbelievable. So why?
They create paint, out of natural
Yeah, yeah, yes,
elements,
yeah,
and you have to watch it to
yeah.
understand what it is.
We may put
The link
the link
depends
to
who makes the description.
Pepe or Fiona.
But yeah, it's really soothing, and yeah, I love it. Like for me, that's when I think about my best environment for my home. I think it's kind of the same because I would like to have like at least like a city pad, whatever, or and then a beach house. But if I think about my main house, it will be something round, underground, natural materials,
So I like an ant.
and yeah, with like renewable energy and
Sustainable.
sustainable, sustainable and renewable, I guess. Well, energy and something really earthy, really close to earth.
Earth.
And that's what I would, and especially the round rooms and stairs
Yeah, well, you
around and
want
stuff
you
like
want
this.
everything in one. You want a cup house with bubble.
Yeah, but all of this
And
is kind of the same. You can have, because the clubhouse design is the same as the Bubble Palace. It's the same. It's still consistent
well,
in a
you
way.
can you may you let's do a deal. You may have that one near a beach, and I will have the penthouse in the city.
Yes,
So,
so we
cheaper
can
for
trade.
you. Yeah, we can
Oh, great.
we can Airbnb.
Because for you, like your best house environment would be like a penthouse in the high-rise tower
yes,
in New York, I guess, something like
I
that.
mean, it just now lately I have been thinking about Paris. I don't know why.
Penthouse in Paris. Okay. Well.
I mean, I think it's the same as New York.
No, the problem is like in Paris, in the old, very like nice neighborhoods.
Uh-huh.
The top floor were usually for the servants, so it's really small rooms, but they might have redesigned into a full apartment.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like.
Well, let's just check. I'm not just buying just to buy.
You need to make the millions first, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Of course, I will make the millions. So then.
So you would like to love it? You would like to love? Okay.
Yeah, I would like to love it.
You would love to live in Paris?
Not love to, but I am. Lately, I've been, because of the culture, because of all the things that.
Because of the cigarettes, the smoking everywhere.
No, because of the culture. Like I like friends gathering, but also like all this type of art and concerts and all these things that you can have
walking distance.
And you have the close. You have Spain. You have other countries, Portugal, and it's an easy access.
Well, Belgium,
to all these,
Germany, Switzerland, Italy.
So that's what I like, but I don't know. It's Paris or New York.
Yeah.
So.
Well, both are super expensive. So good luck with that.
Yeah, thank you very much.
But yes.
Would you believe in me?
I believe in you.
Okay.
Do you believe in me?
I believe in you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I need that for my current challenge.
Yes.
So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Comment about the top 5 if you disagree, disagree if you have another top 5.
If you agree that those are the horrible sneakers.
Yes. Thank you very much. And about your favorite house, or give us feedback about our suggestion to watch on YouTube, jungle survival or shelter survival.
Or if you know something more like something like that, you can put in the comments.
Yeah, if you know another show that we don't know about but it's the same, please
let us know and comment.
Yes. Thank you very much, and see you next week.
And make things
happen.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a good week. Super right now.